Yeah, so you've talked about you have excoriated the masters in the strongest terms, and I would like you to focus your light on this again. It would appear to me that we are looking at master guru thing in a very physical way. It's more physical than esoteric, if you would like me to use that word. So, but who is the guru, or who is the master? Who is the real master? Who is the guru? I think the guru is a principle, and it's not a personality. And it is the latent potential in every one of us, which could be in the potential state, or it is well developed. And I don't think this one is going to go away anytime soon. I think when we are each stripped of all the physical, social, and religious considerations, the inner master who is in abeyance, it will shine forth. And this guru, this master, is the inner master, is you yourself. So you, Duane, you are also a guru. So do you want to negate yourself? Because this guru, a real guru, the real master, is a principle. It's not a physical being. So I want to say that we have been considering this too much in the personal sense, in the physical sense, as something flesh and blood, rather than in the true esoteric sense of it. What do you say?
Okay, Charles, these are fun questions. Here's the idea for you and others that have read what I've written. I have specified that we are all free beings of real light, more than just a soul, okay? And that we simply recognize that, just like here. Each one of us has an opportunity through choices and potential, imagination and creativity to do and be whatever we want in the physical sense. So you have 5 bodies, and I'm assuming that you've studied those and you basically know what they are. We've went through it many times. Then there's the real you, okay, which is that free being of real light. Now, I don't see where the master guru idea come in except in the physical, astral, and creation sense. That's as far as it goes. Because in the real universes, we're all like the sun, we're beings of light. There is no such thing. These were references created to baby people along until they got to the point where they can recognize more than just these things, just like this world and what we've been through, what we've been involved in, the drama, the relationships, the creativity for lifetimes. This is, the creation is a speck of dust. That's all it is, compared to your real awareness. But you decide what you're going to see. You decide what you're going to be. So the old references, I don't relate or agree to any of them. But if others do, that's their choice. It's all fine. Everything is fine. Everything in creation has its place once you can properly recognize what's going on. But that's a decision everybody makes. So if you start creating ideas about the ideas, then that's what you're looking at. So in other words, the master guru idea has been around a long time. So if you create the idea thinking that, I need a master guru, or people need a master guru, they need the initiation. So you've created ideas about that idea. And where is that? That's in creation only, cause and effect. And that's a choice you make. Instead of taking the time to recognize the true reality. So, and what do these masters and gurus relate to? Gods, deities, authorities, etc. Rules, regulations, restrictions. Yeah, they all do. Yeah. And so it's a choice, isn't it? So there you go.
So my idea is that this master guru thing, or guru, in fact, the real teacher is the real you itself. The real you. Yeah, as I was saying, I think this guru thing or master stuff is in relation to the real you, because in fact it is a journey of self-discovery where you finally realize that what you're looking for, you are actually it. See, you are actually it. So you only need to be more aware of who you are to understand that you don't even need a teacher. The teacher is there only like maybe a guide. Don't mind these names, master or guru. If we are looking at it too much in the physical sense, that is where we become a little lost, because the master or the guru you are looking for is actually you, but you don't yet know it. The free being of light that you are is actually the guru. You can tell me that way. You see. So if we are only thinking about how it relates to a personality, or I don't know what's your take on this, on what I've just said, Duane?
Okay, Charles, that's a funny. Those are funny ideas, but what is the idea here? Okay, Charles, what are you really saying?
Yeah, what I'm saying is that I've actually been considering the master or guru thing from more of a physical angle, and forgetting that the real master himself is the individual, the free being of light that we are. You see, so even if we have somebody who is a guide, it just helps you to it just points you to yourself. You see, to understand that you are it itself, and you shouldn't be looking out to an outer to a source out of yourself. You see, so that's just what I wanted to underline.
Okay, Charles. Well, respectfully, you have your definition of this, and many people do. And again, it's very simply specified. But you decide what your definition is. That becomes your life. That's your decision. And the guidance, what do I refer to all the time? Real guidance, real education. And so it's paying attention to that. So the whole of life, or it's the real guides, the true silent ones, whatever. There's always something there. And so we have a focus here in the physical, which is the new presentation for people to start from, to have a reference to something. And then, yes, they go explore. They start to figure it out for themselves. You know, just like when we went to school and reached a certain age, we were to figure out and decide how we were going to survive in this world. If it's to find a job or do whatever, you see. So again, this is the next step, and that is that yes, things are provided here, but the idea is not a master or guru or any of these things anymore. No more authorities. It's not about that. Like I've said many times, and this is where I've defined it, gods or The all is. The all is not a God. Many people think it is, or an authority. It's not. There's no rules, regulations. It's a reality, like the air you breathe. It's not an authority. And so there are references here that reference that. But you have to learn to recognize it and see it. But for the most part, because we've been indoctrinated through the invented systems, all these ideas. And see, the boys, as they come here, even like Paul or whatever, they use the systems to relate to, because that's what people know. So they're not going to, create something that they can't understand. So they're going to make it very, very simple. So Paul was the first step. This is the next step, etc. But even on the real side, you can see with that first step, where are you going? But again, it's choice. Some people are fine. They just go to the astral worlds, and that's as far as they want to go. And that's okay. It's all okay. Nothing is negated, etc. It's just a matter of choice and simply, letting people know what is going on. There's no criticism here, or this is bad, or that's good, or whatever. It's simply letting people know what's taking place in creation. And if this is what you want to do, and these are the choices you make. Well, there are people that do. They want to formulate things. They want to feel comfortable with the ideas that they've known, and they want to add to that. Well, that's their right to do that. I've never said no to anything, because it's not about that. It's about exploring. And this is where I've suggested to have projects that apply to the natural environment in some way, making sense of things, just like the birds and animals and how they live. And I'm not saying go live with the birds and animals. You can still live in your house, but you deal with the world, but at the same time, you don't have to agree with all the nonsense that's going on. There's a difference there. So it's learning to see that and understand it. And when you really do take the time, it starts to appear. First intuitively, then you gain the insight, then you start to see what's going on. But you really have to you really have to see more than just your mental upbringing and all the experiences that you've known. Can you set that aside and kind of see something else there, explore that unknown and figure it out? Well, it's there because it all comes from the reality life is, more so than what we've got in creation. Creation, everything in creation is secondary to the reality life is. So I'm not interested in using all these secondary, ideas that have been used over and over again. It's more fun to actually hear others' experiences, and especially children. They're seeing things of a pure nature, etc. But who is listening? Yeah, Charles, it becomes a lot, but it's choice. You decide all these ideas if that's what it is, but I suggest to focus on getting projects going, no matter what it is, no matter how hard it is, with that it pertains to the environment, because it's being destroyed huge every day, every single day.